Hi and welcome back to the vlog. If you've been following closely with our painting tutorials, you'll know that I was doing something with an XR5 now. In that video, the last video, which probably went up today, but it was before the weekend that was filmed, I spoke about an XR5 we were going to do some bits to. Now, we decided not to mess with the internals at all really, because for the price point the internals are absolutely fine. This gun fires fine, accuracy is good out of the box. Yes, you could put a tight ball barrel in there, you could put different gears and this, that and the other, different motor, maybe a MOSFET system, but we want to keep the price down. And it's not often I do something like this, where I look at it and I go, bloody hell, I'm not even sure I want to put that up on the website because I kind of want it myself. But we have two of these. Like I say, we only did two just to show off more with the paint and what we can do. You may have seen the paint that we did on the VSR, but I'm going to stop babbling now and show you what we've put together. So this, let me see if I'm getting better light. Let's put it on the table. Oh, it even stands up by itself. This is the XR5 Kryptek. Now, the quality you see on the video here really does not do this justice. In person, this looks absolutely fantastic. On the video, it comes out a lot lighter than what it appears in person. Don't mind the pool table there, but this is fantastic. So these will be going up on the website some point today, if I get around to doing the images, because it takes so long. It comes with the paint job. I'll also come with the 882 hollow sight as well. The 882 just shaded in on the cover just to match more the profile of the paint job. So the 882 comes with batteries, comes with, if I can get it out of the box, comes with like a lens cover, which, let's face it, nobody uses because they're more trouble than they're worth, and it comes with a QD mounting point as well as the Allen key, cleaning cloth, batteries, like I say. So that'll be going up some point today. I don't know how much it is going to be yet. I'm going to try and make it as affordable as possible once we take into account like the paint and the stencils and stuff. But we should be able to keep it still well below £200, I'd imagine. Might throw some extra mags in with it too, just so you've got the gun pretty much ready to go apart from batteries. But could throw a LiPo battery in there as well. We haven't got any chargers though. We'll see what we can do. I'll put something together. But it'd be nice to keep this sub 200. There we go. That's the light that we want. Oh, this looks absolutely fantastic. They should roll these out on the factory, this colour, because this is amazing. I've still got to put the rail. You'll see the rail sections on the front there are still missing. But just look at that. Now, if you want your rifle painted like this, we have had some in already. Then yes, you can do that. The difficulty with the paint, and I'll go through this with you guys just a moment, because a lot of you have been asking about pricing. Now, if the job is fairly quick like that one, there's a few components that need to come off the gun, be painted up, lacquered and such forth, and put back together. It's relatively inexpensive for the service that you are getting. Now, if you want these done in firearm coatings, we can do that, but the price rockets up straight away. Now, these are primed properly, they're then based in a hard coat, then they are the stencils go on and they get airbrushed, and then after the airbrushing they get finished off in a matte lacquer as well. So let's face it, if you chuck this down a flight of stairs, the paint is going to come off. It's not built to withstand that amount of impact. But your general day-to-day play and your wear, to be honest, it'll probably add to the look of the rifle. But that's how we can keep the price down using those certain types of paints. Now, when you get into Cerakote or Duracoat, bits and pieces like that, you're looking about $30 for 4 ounces of paint, so it gets really expensive. And for you guys, I don't think you want to be paying hundreds and hundreds of pounds for a paint job. We could do it if you want it, but to me, I feel that something like this needs to look as awesome as it does, but it also needs to be affordable as well. So put an inquiry over. What we do is we charge for the paint and the bits and pieces like the stencils and stuff, which is all done at cost, and then we charge per hour that it takes. So we're still working out the pricing with this just yet. There are a few that wanted the rifles done pretty much straight away, so we're having to just sort of wing it with those. We've put the quotes over, they're happy, so we're going to commence work on those. We've got a couple of VSRs in for paint. Just be aware as well, if your gun needs stripping, it gets vastly more expensive. Like one of the VSRs we had, it was actually mine, to be honest. Once we did that first one in Kryptek, I stripped mine of Typhon and had it redone in the sort of more woodland-esque type Kryptek. So because I had to strip that rifle, it took 10 to 15 hours to complete because I could not get the paint off. And then you've got to be careful because the Marui sniper rifle stocks are so cheap. They're not cheap, but they're so plasticky and light, you've got to be careful not to either melt through them or damage them. So in that aspect, if the rifle's being stripped, I know I'm babbling on now, but if the rifle's being stripped like that, it's going to cost a little bit more, as you're probably going to be under the impression of. So, but yeah, that should go up on the website today. There is two of, we've only done two, so grab it while you can. But it's fantastic. To be honest, I'd have that as a wall hanger. It looks like something out of a sci-fi film. The light's gone a bit shitty there again. Let's jump up, go back to our magic paint. Oh, look at that. Fantastic. Now, flip this around. My camera works a bit dodgy today. For those of you that have been asking that have bought the stencils and you want an in-depth guide, this paint job is really, really easy, providing what you've got set up. Now, take the parts off you want, make sure they're clean, base them. We use like a grey primer first. Once the grey primer is set, I think it's about 24 hours, we come back and we base it in like a khaki. Now, that's done with a rattle can just because of the amount of area needed to be done. And everything's going to be flat khaki, so you haven't got to worry about getting any detailing just yet. So as you'll see here, again the light's terrible, where you see the stencils, that is done in khaki. Now once it's painted in khaki and it's dry, we take it over to the little booth and we start. Basically what's done is I use three colours. So I use there's three colours that I use by Vallejo. There's Dark Earth, there's BS Dark Earth, and there's Olive Drab. Now, BS Dark Earth is like a lightish, well, sort of medium brown colour. The Dark Earth that Vallejo do is more like a dark green. And then basically what you do is you patch the first colour out, you patch the second colour out, and then the third colour you fill in all the gaps. And it's your final colour, so you can go over anywhere where you think you want a little bit more green to the brown. Let it dry thoroughly. And then what you do is you go along, it's a bit of a tedious task, but you go along and you peel all the stencils off. Once you've got all the stencils off, you take your last colour that you use, so in this instance Olive Drab, and you basically shade in all the Kryptek pattern. So you haven't got like a bright or solid tan lines, you go in and you shade it, so you just give it a bit of depth. And then once that's done, you let it dry, and then you matte lacquer it. So yeah, that's it. Simple as that. If you want us to do it for you, we can do. If you want to get the stencils off the website, you can do. The stencils are very, very good quality. You need to make sure you're basing the gun in hardware and paints first. Now, if you're using like your model airbrush paints or your acrylics and stuff like that, these stencils will strip them off if you put your acrylic straight onto your workpiece. So, base rifle, you put your acrylic paint on, you put your stencil on. As soon as you pull the stencil off, it'll just pull the paint off because it hasn't got the grip there to adhere to like either the plastic or the metal or whatever you're painting. So base it in a good primer. Now automotive primers are great for this. Go down to Halfords or wherever you are in the US. I'm not sure what will be equivalent. Pick up a grey surface primer, prime it, and then what we use for the khaki undercoat is the Halfords khaki colour they call it, or you can use Krylon, stuff like that, really hard wearing stuff that's going to give you that first base colour for the rest of your paint to adhere to. Then we go over with the Vallejo stuff because they do a great range of paints. It's very inexpensive for a small pot. You're paying like £2. And for the ones that we've bought, we've done about 4 or 5 rifles out of, so you don't really need a lot through the airbrush. And then you go in over it with the matte lacquer, and make sure you've got a hard wearing matte lacquer as well, because someone left a comment on our YouTube saying, are you using these stencils from these guys, which is the guys at Ballistic Designs? Yes, we are. And he was using airbrush acrylics, and he had the same problem. But you need to be basing in a hard wearing paint first. That's as simple as I can put it. I'm going to shut up now and let you go back to your day. So as always, keep your questions coming in. This lovely piece will be going up on the website along with the other one that we're doing. It's just drying at the moment. We'll probably include a couple of spare mags with it as well. We've got the XR5 mags. The new Pro mags again are great for it. In fact, we could do some new Pro mags with it. That'd be pretty cool. So yeah, the pre-orders have started coming in for the recon packages, Mark II recon packages, so they've been coming in strong. Thank you very much. For those that you wanted to know more about the scope, I have covered this in a previous vlog, but here it is. There we go. It's a 3 to 12 by 42 scope. The reticle is, can I get it here? Epic Camera Skills. Yeah, whatever. It's got the quick adjustment posts on the scope, and you can lock it in as well. Absolutely brilliant scope. These will be selling separately as well, depending on what the import and everything else is when these come in. You're probably looking at about 120 to 150 for the scope, so you can imagine the amount of saving that you're going to get having the recon package. If you want a recon package tailored more to you, and this is what I keep stressing to people, send us a message over, tell us what you want. We'll put the package together, make sure everything that we've got is in stock, and then we'll apply the discounts there for you obviously buying a package deal. We also have the Edgy Custom Works full upgrade kits coming with the steel sears, steel piston, steel spring guide, the spring, the cylinder head, the whole works. It's not going to be a cheap bit of kit, but it never is with Edgy, but it's always great stuff. It's nice to know that he's telling everybody that our dual barrel is very good as well compared to his 601 that he includes with his kit. So we haven't had the barrels off Edgy, we've just had the kits, which are going to be great. We'll be putting one in. And for those of you that want to know more about the Signature Edition, now this has been an ongoing open project. It started off with the recon packages doing really well, and we wanted to push the boundaries a little bit more. So we were going to go up to another tier, do a signature package for like about 400-500 quid, just with more external features, scope, bipod, mags, dual barrel, a bit like that. Now we're not doing that anymore. The Signature Edition is still going to be released, but it is going to be the pinnacle striker that you can buy. It will have everything in it. It will have an Edgy Custom Works upgrade kit. That's steel, upgraded steel sears, steel cylinder head, steel piston, steel spring guide, spring off Edgy. It'll be doing 500 feet per second. It'll have the tactical advanced buttstock and cheek pad kit. It will have one of our 3 to 12 by 42 scopes. It'll have a bipod. We're not sure whether we're going to put a suppressor or the chunky flash hider on there. That would be nice for you guys to tell us which one you prefer. But this isn't going to be a cheap gun at all. It's going to have the dual bore barrel in there. It's going to have the new hop up. It's going to have every single thing that we can get for that gun, apart from the Mancraft, obviously, because you can't do both with that and the Edgy kit. Every single part we are going to put on this rifle. It is not going to be a cheap rifle by any means, and we're fully aware of that when we're going to be building it. But it is very limited. We will be doing 5, and that is it. There'll be no more after that. This is basically just showing what you can do with the striker. Now some of you may ask, what's the point in making a striker so expensive? Well, what's the point in making a VSR so expensive? You know, people take VSRs and they put the full kits in there, pushing the boundaries. Well, that's what we're going to do with the striker. We're going to show how far we can go with it. So that's interesting. Hope I've answered a few questions for you there. But I'm going to get back to work and I'll let you get back to your day. So we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.